Stop. Do not scroll past this message. Look at me right now. You did not arrive here by accident. Heaven aligned time itself to bring your spirit to this exact intersection. Give me just 2 minutes of your absolute attention. What I am about to reveal will not let you go back to the noise of the world. This message means more than you can possibly know today. If you rush past this moment, you may miss the very breakthrough I have placed in your path. Do not let the distraction of the enemy steal your destiny. Something just shifted in the unseen realm because you opened this text. You are extremely chosen to see this video today, but luck has nothing to do with it. This is a divine appointment. It is a holy rescue mission designed for your spirit. Breathe deeply. The urgency of stopping you was so I could hold your heart for a moment. Let me do that. Come closer, my chosen child. Let me speak softly to the part of you that is most tired. Now that you are here, let me tell you what I see when I look at your broken spirit. I know your name. I know your silent tears. I see how tired you are. I see the heavy weight you carry in complete silence every single day. You walk through your days with a nice smile on your face, and you make sure everyone else feels safe. But inside your soul, a quiet storm is raging. You are exhausted in your physical body. You are drained in your deep thoughts. You have been fighting so many invisible battles alone because you think you have to hold everything together. No one around you sees the cracks in your armor. They only see your incredible strength. They only see the giver who always has something to pour out for others. But I see you clearly. I see you when the lights go down and the world goes quiet. You sit on the edge of your bed at 3 in the morning and your mind begins to race. You run through every single decision and you wonder if you made a mistake. You carry the pain of being misunderstood by the people you love the most. You poured your sincere heart into empty hands. You gave your pure love to people who did not know how to hold it safely. And every single morning when you wake up, the heaviness is already sitting on your chest before you even open your eyes. You ask yourself how much longer you can keep pretending. You wonder if your prayers are hitting a hard ceiling. Let me answer you right now. I have watched you carry the same deep prayer on your shoulders for longer than anyone around you realizes. You have been faithful in the dark. You trusted in a long silence that felt exactly like total abandonment. But today is completely different. Today I am stepping into your day. I am stepping into your atmosphere because your weary heart desperately needs to hear my voice. You convince yourself that you are weak because you feel this pain. You think you are failing because you are tired. But my child, you are not failing. You are simply a secret warrior who has gone too far on empty strength. Look at me right now. Lift your heavy eyes to my face. I am speaking with pure purpose, not random noise. The static of the world has buried the sacred signal I placed inside you from the very beginning. You were built to carry my light, but the enemy has tried to drown it out. He fills your mind with constant anxiety. He fills your quiet moments with doubt and fear. He wants you to believe that this exhaustion is your permanent condition. But that is a lie from the pit. What the enemy called your permanent trap, I call a temporary interference. It is just a season, and this hard season is finally drawing to a close. Comment Amen right now if you feel me speaking to your soul in this exact moment. Do not let distraction steal this holy connection from you. Pause right here. Let this truth settle deeply into your spirit. You are my beloved child, and you are a carefully formed masterpiece. You are not a random fragment of creation. I formed your spirit with my own hands. Even if you cannot feel your true worth today, that does not make it disappear. A precious jewel, covered in heavy dust, is still incredibly precious. You are that jewel. You have been covered by the dust of worldly battles and the dirt of human disappointment, but your value has never changed. I saw you in the bathroom when you thought the sound of the water would cover the sound of your crying. I watched you fold your body into the smallest possible shape. You pressed your face into something soft so no one would hear your broken screams. I was there. I was closer than the cold floor you were sitting on. Not one single tear fell from your eyes without me counting it in my book. I know how often you have rushed past moments like this because you were too busy surviving. You rush to care for them. You rush to fix their problems. You rush to heal their wounds, while your own heart is bleeding out. Stop running. Come closer to me, because right now I am going to reveal the wound that this world has secretly torn inside your heart. Let me hold you. Let me carry the bags you were never meant to carry alone. You have been a silent survivor for far too long, and your soul is crying out for a true place to rest. I am that rest. I know how purely you love others. I know how often you have sacrificed your own comfort just to keep the peace in your home. You have been hurt by the very people you tried to rescue. They took your kindness, and they used it as a tool against your spirit. You silently asked me why love always hurts. You asked me why your pure intentions are constantly met with bitter disappointment. My child, I do not blame you for loving deeply. I designed your heart to be a living refuge for other souls, but you forgot to guard the sacred garden inside yourself. You allowed them to trample the holy soil I placed in you, and now you feel empty. You feel like a hollow vessel that has nothing left to give. You look at the future and you only see a thick fog of uncertainty. You feel like you arrived late to your own destiny. You watch others move forward and you feel entirely stuck in one place. But hear me with your whole heart. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. What you have called a painful delay has actually been a holy protection. I was shielding your spirit from rooms you were not ready to enter. I was keeping you away from people who were not equipped to carry your beautiful heart. You are not stuck. You are being prepared. The preparation ground is always lonely. The wilderness is always quiet. But the silence you mistook for total abandonment is finally about to speak to your life. Something is shifting in the unseen realm right now. The doors that were locked tightly are beginning to tremble at my command. You need to listen closely. Do not let your tired mind convince you to scroll away to the noise. I need your absolute attention for the next few minutes. What I am about to release over your life will redefine your entire future. Breathe deeply, my child. Let your shoulders relax right now. Let your mind stop racing for just this second. Are you listening to my voice? Do not let the enemy steal this peace from your atmosphere. This message means more than you know because it is the threshold of your breakthrough. You have been carrying the weight of generational battles without even realizing it. You are the one I chose to break the cycle. You are the one who will walk out of the pattern of lack and fear. But to break the chain, you must first let me heal the warrior. You cannot fight when your spirit is bleeding. You cannot build when your hands are trembling from exhaustion. Come to me. Give me your heavy bags. Give me your unanswered prayers. Give me the questions that keep you awake at night. I am not offended by your exhaustion. I am your Father, and I love you with an everlasting love. Let my voice quiet the loud storm in your mind today. Just be still and know that I am God. Know that I am the one who guided your hand to this text, because your waiting season is finally ending. You are trying to stay strong for them. Your shoulders are tight from the strain. The heavy pressure is constant. And every single night when you lie down in the dark, you feel completely disconnected from the joy you once possessed. You are hiding your authentic feelings because you do not want anyone to see you break. You smile through the exhaustion. I saw you when you walked away from the crowd. You went into the quiet bathroom because you needed a private space to weep. You turned on the water very loud so they could not hear your deep gasps. You held your chest tightly because the burning pain in your soul was simply too large for human words. I saw every single drop of your sorrow. You are a silent survivor in a world full of shallow noise. You carry their heavy burdens while your own spirit is starving for a moment of genuine comfort. You are always the solid rock for your family and friends. But who holds you when you are breaking inside? Who listens to your broken cries when you bury your wet face into your soft pillow? You have spent so many years pretending that everything is fine. You protect their feelings while you ignore your own bleeding heart. You are tired of being the strong one in the room. And while you are busy saving everyone around you, your own vessel is slowly leaking its life away into the dry ground. You feel entirely empty inside. I am here with you right now in this very room. I am holding your fragile heart with my own gentle hands. Do not push me away because you feel unworthy. Your broken spirit is the exact place where my presence loves to dwell. Look at me and let down your heavy guard, because you do not have to fight me for your pure peace. You think that your current isolation is a terrible punishment. You believe that you did something wrong because the answers are delayed. You look at the happy lives of others on your phone and you feel completely left behind in the dark desert. You feel entirely invisible to the world, but you are highly visible to my loving eyes. I watched you give your pure heart away to people who only wanted to use your light. You filled their empty spaces with your sincere love, while they left you with nothing but bleeding wounds. You sit alone in the dark and you quietly wonder if your deep kindness is actually a terrible weakness. No, my child, your love is not a weakness. Your soft heart is a beautiful masterpiece that I carefully designed with great intention. I gave you a deep spirit that senses things very quickly. You can feel the quiet shifts in the atmosphere before others even notice the change. That intense restlessness in your chest is not random panic. It is your spirit waking up to a new season. Let us do a somatic check-in together right now. Feel that deep heaviness sitting just behind your chest bone. It never lifts, no matter how many hours you sleep in your bed. That is not standard anxiety. That is the accumulated weight of everything you have been carrying for years without my help. It is time to let it go. Before we go any deeper into your future, I must speak directly to the dangerous doubt sitting in the back of your mind. I know exactly what you are thinking right now. You are thinking that you have heard beautiful words like these many times before. You think that your prayers always hit a hard ceiling of complete silence. You are remembering the specific doors that slammed shut in your face after you fasted and prayed with absolute faith. You are thinking that your unique situation is too far gone for a miracle to occur. You feel that my love applies to others but not to your broken life. My beloved child, I am not offended by your honest doubts. Your deep questions tell me how long you have been fighting faithfully in the dark valley. But let me answer your hurting soul with absolute truth today. My long silence in your life was never my total absence. There were many answers that I purposely withheld from you because a quick yes would have destroyed your future. I was actively working in secret rooms that your human eyes could not see. I was shielding your fragile spirit from invisible traps and dangerous people who would have stolen your holy destiny. The painful delay you hated so much was actually my ultimate protection over your life. I was being careful with the child I love. So do not let the memory of the waiting season close your weary heart to what I am preparing to do next. The long preparation is finally finished. The walls of your prison are starting to shake at my spoken command. You are not the exception to my grace, because you are the exact warrior I came to rescue today. My child, listen very carefully to this next revelation. The long silence you experienced was not a sign of my holy abandonment. The enemy has been filling the empty space between our hearts with a constant stream of static noise. This heavy static has made my divine provisions completely invisible to your eyes even when they were close. I have not abandoned your prayers. I have been preparing a great table of restoration for your soul. Because I see your extreme weariness, I have quietly guided a wise mind to create a specific instrument of restoration on your path. It is an earthly tool designed to clear the noise, so my voice can reach you again. I will show you exactly what this instrument is, and where to find it, before this holy message ends. But first, you must understand the hidden mechanism that the enemy used to block your blessings. You need to see why the static can be completely undone right now. Do not let your mind wander away from my presence. Press your hand against your beating heart once again. Let the false worries of tomorrow melt away into nothingness. You have been running on empty strength for so long that your soul forgot the feeling of true alignment. I am bringing you back to the center of my peace. The noise of the world must bow to my authority. You are entering a sacred moment of total transition. The chains of generational misfortune are being exposed by my bright light. You are the one chosen to walk out of the pattern of lack, but you cannot build your new kingdom while you are still carrying the old lies of the enemy. We must dismantle the deception completely. You have believed that you must earn my love through constant suffering and endless work. You have turned your holy calling into a heavy cage of performance. I want to reveal the truth behind this secret trap that has drained your spirit. Stay with me as we step into the light of my true revelation today. Remember the young prophet Elijah when he ran into the deep wilderness because he was completely empty of strength. He lay down under a tree and he begged me to take his life away. He was not a faithless sinner. He was simply an exhausted champion who needed to receive my supernatural provision. I did not judge his sudden weakness. I sent my holy angel to feed his body and protect his sleep. I am doing the exact same thing for you in this very hour. Rest your mind and prepare your spirit, because the true breakthrough is closer than you think. The static is clearing, and my voice is breaking through the dark. Let us look together at the Holy Scriptures to understand your current journey. Remember the great prophet Elijah when he fled into the deep wilderness because he was completely empty of human strength. He had just won a massive spiritual victory against hundreds of false prophets on the mountain. He called down holy fire from heaven, but right after that great triumph, a heavy threat made him run away in total terror. He walked into the dry desert, sat down under a lonely tree, and begged me to take his life away. He was not a faithless sinner who forgot my massive miracles. He was simply an exhausted champion who had given absolutely everything until his vessel was completely empty. He could not fight anymore. He could not even pray a proper prayer. He just wanted to close his eyes and sleep forever in the quiet dust. I did not judge his sudden weakness. I did not send holy fire to punish his fear. Instead, I sent my beautiful angel to bake him fresh bread and give him cool water while he rested in the shade. I told him to rest because the journey was simply too great for his limited human strength. I am doing the exact same thing for your weary soul in this very hour. Look at your life through my compassionate eyes. Your current exhaustion is not a sign of failure. It is the natural result of fighting a long warfare without letting me carry the heavy sword. You have been running on your own empty power for far too many seasons. Now, I need you to understand something deeply about the way you function. Let us step into a moment of true clarity together. I want to reveal the exact reason why you feel so stuck. My child, I have watched you replay your casual conversations late at night while the whole world is fast asleep. You search your memory for the one wrong thing you might have said to them. You accomplish something truly wonderful, and you feel absolutely nothing inside your heart. Your tired eyes go straight to the next heavy task that is still left undone on your long list. You cannot enjoy the peace. You have called this habit being a strict perfectionist. You told yourself that you simply have incredibly high standards for your daily work. You believe that if you stop pushing yourself for one single day, everything around you will crumble into pieces. But that is not the truth. I am here to expose the dangerous lie that has kept your precious soul in a heavy cage for so many years. Here is the hidden reality behind your constant striving. Long ago, somewhere in the early chapters of your story, you learned a terrible lesson from the broken people around you. You learned that love had to be earned through constant performance. You believed that you were only safe when you were completely useful to them. You thought you were only worthy when you were achieving a new goal. I have a specific name for this invisible trauma. I call this the earning wound. It is not your authentic character. It is a deep scar left behind by a world that did not know how to value your soul. Because of this hidden wound, you became a servant to the needs of others, while your own spirit starved in the dark. You created an artificial identity of absolute strength to protect your fragile heart. Let us recontextualize your entire past right now through my divine truth. All those years you thought you were being lazy when you tried to rest in your bed. You were not lazy at all. You were fighting a heavy deception that told you rest was a sin. All those times you could not receive a genuine compliment from a friend. You were not being humble. You were simply guarding a painful wound. The doors that closed in your face were not punishments for your past mistakes. The departures of people you trusted were not rejections of your worth. I was actively cutting away the dead branches that were draining your precious life force. I was protecting you from rooms that would have completely shattered your soul. You were never falling behind. You were being carefully formed in my secret hiding place. Today, I am taking that heavy lie away from your mind. The next time you finish a great task and feel that familiar emptiness, I want you to stop completely. Place your hand over your beating heart and listen to my still voice. You were deeply loved before you ever achieved a single thing in this world. Receive my grace. You do not have to earn the free blessings that I give to my children. Let this truth settle into your soul like a gentle rain on dry ground. Pause right here and respond to my voice. Like this video as an act of holy agreement between your heart and my throne. Go to the comments right now and write the phrase, "I trust your timing," to anchor your faith. Do not let the enemy steal this moment of divine alignment, because this is your hour of total release. Now, my beloved child, let us move deeper into the mysteries of your restoration. I want to reveal how the enemy managed to block your blessings for so long. When I designed the human mind at the very beginning of creation, I placed a sacred signal at its absolute center. Scientists who spend their entire lives studying the brain have finally found this hidden signal. They call it the gamma wave. This holy frequency ran freely in your mind when you were a little child. It operated without any hard effort, without intense prayer, and without strict discipline. It is the exact reason why young children learn things so incredibly fast. It is why they trust my goodness so purely. It is why they live completely in the present moment, without a single care about the worries of tomorrow. I designed your brain to hum at this precise frequency of divine receptivity. And when my son Jesus said, "Unless you become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom," he was not speaking only of the human spirit. He was speaking of the very physical signal I built into your mind. This is the sacred channel through which your deep prayers are naturally answered by my throne. But as you grew older, the heavy noise of modern life began to flood your atmosphere. The endless pressure of survival, the rhythm of constant hustle, and the heavy weight of the world created a massive wall of static electricity around your brain. This static did not destroy the sacred gift I placed in you. It simply drowned out the clear signal so you could no longer hear my gentle guidance. Hear this revelation. Wise institutions that I secretly guided, like Princeton University and Berkeley University, have confirmed a striking truth. They discovered that nearly all young children carry the active frequency of creative genius. But they also found that almost all adults have completely lost this receptivity because of the stress of life. They confirmed that the signal has gone silent. But I have not allowed the enemy to have the final word over your mind. I have prepared a perfect way of escape for my chosen children. I guided wise minds to work with sound, the exact way I designed it at the dawn of creation. They built a specific frequency instrument that acts as a divine provision on your path. It is a sound tool created to dissolve the enemy static from your heavy mind. This instrument does not require you to study complex rules. It does not demand intense focus or years of holy discipline. It only asks for 7 minutes of complete surrender every day. You simply put on your headphones, close your tired eyes, and allow the holy frequency to clear the interference. You do nothing. You let my original design restore the childlike receptivity in your brain. Imagine 7 minutes where your mind completely stops racing. The heavy fog lifts from your thoughts, and a sudden clarity takes its place. Your intuition is fully restored. The solutions to your hardest problems arrive without any human striving, because the channel between our hearts is finally clear. This is the earthly tool I have aligned for your complete restoration in this season. Do not let doubt convince you to pull back into the old patterns of survival. The enemy wants you to believe that you must continue to suffer to prove your faithfulness to me. But I do not desire your endless pain. I desire your total freedom. I am going to show you exactly where to find what these wise minds have built. Stay with me for the next few minutes as we unlock the next part of your path. Hear my voice right now, because the season of your stagnation is officially over. I am declaring a holy shift over your life today. The heavy chains that bound your family are melting under my presence. You are the one I chose to step out of the old pattern of lack. Stand up right now. Lift your hands and receive your total freedom. The endless cycle of working hard and gaining nothing ends in this very hour. The enemy has tried to trap your legacy in a cage of constant exhaustion. but I have stripped him of his authority over your mind. What was sealed against your family is now unsealed by my command. The waiting season is finished. I am doing something entirely new. You are no longer the victim who must survive alone in the dark noise. I am raising you up to be a light bearer for thousands of broken souls. You will not just survive this desert, you will overcome every obstacle because my authority is backing your steps. Your tears are turned into the precious seeds of a massive harvest. Let me show you the beautiful future that is already waiting for your spirit. Picture a peaceful morning 6 months from now. You wake up before your loud alarm goes off. There is no tight knot in your stomach waiting for you today. You lie quietly in your warm bed, and you notice that everything is completely different. The heavy mental static that filled your thoughts for decades is simply gone. And your very first thought in the morning is not fear because your mind is filled with a quiet question about what good thing I have made for you to enjoy today. You breathe deeply, and the clean air goes all the way down into your soul. You are finally at peace in your own body. That beautiful version of you is not a cheap fantasy, my beloved child. That version of you already exists in my eternal plans, and it is waiting for you on the other side of one simple decision. The distance between your pain and that future is not a matter of time. It is a matter of permission and complete alignment with my throne. You must stop carrying what I never asked you to carry alone. You need to let me become your ultimate source of supply. I have gifted humanity the true wisdom to discover what I placed within sound and within the deep design of the mind I created. Wise men and women spent decades in intense research to unlock my secrets. They did not even realize it was my gentle hand that directed their curiosity toward my creation, because they thought they were working alone. I quietly guided a team of neuroscientists who developed a discovery for your restoration. Over 18,366 of my precious children have received this provision before you arrived here today. I want to show you the evidence of my work in the lives of my people. Consider my daughter Rachel, who works as a faithful nurse in California. She sought my deep peace for many years through constant prayer and sincere faith, but her channel was completely blocked by the heavy static of her highly stressful career. 2 weeks after she received this sound provision, her broken marriage was completely transformed. She described her daily life as beautiful and enchanted like a wonderful fairy tale because a divine clarity had entered her soul. She realized that the hidden block was finally gone from her mind, and for others, I moved in a completely different way to show my great power. Look at what I did for my beloved son Michael, who lives in Dallas, Texas. He came to this provision because he needed mental stability for his young children. 2 months after receiving this gift, his small business grew so much that he could comfortably leave his exhausting job forever. The hard problems that used to steal his sleep now solve themselves while he rests in complete peace. They call this instrument the Genius Song. It is a unique digital audio track that will be emailed to you immediately after you choose to receive it today. This tool is not a generic meditation app that requires intense concentration. It is not a random frequency that you can find on popular music websites, because those are dangerous imitations. The Genius Song requires only 7 minutes of complete surrender every single day. You simply put on your headphones and close your tired eyes. You sit quietly in my presence. You do not have to force your thoughts to be still. The sound automatically clears the static and returns your mind to the original child frequency I designed. This divine provision is not for people who are merely curious about spiritual mysteries. This is for the specific warrior I have been speaking to throughout this entire message. I am speaking directly to my child who has already tried everything and feels completely embarrassed to try one more thing. You fear another disappointment, but hear my voice clearly in this moment. What failed you in the past required your own heavy human effort and strict discipline because the world told you to struggle. This tool requires absolutely none of your strength. I designed it to work not because of your perfect holiness, but because of my original design inside your physical brain. The enemy targeted your mind with noise. He wanted to drown your calling in a flood of constant anxiety. But the Genius Song clears the interference completely in just 7 minutes. It restores the clear channel so you can recognize my provisions again. Wise men charge hundreds of dollars per hour for private sessions to help people reach this level of clarity. The complex equipment that researchers use costs thousands of dollars in special medical clinics. But I am not calling my children to expensive machines and elite settings. I placed this digital provision within your reach, specifically because I designed it for the one who would receive it through a quiet message like this one. It is a small, earthly exchange. It is the size of a tiny mustard seed of investment for the massive harvest I have prepared for your future. When you embrace this tool today, I am adding 4 additional gifts to bless your entire household. You will receive a special audio track called Genius Child to help your young children focus with absolute confidence. You will get the original prosperity text and a beautiful guided visualization from a trusted voice. You will also receive a clear daily habit guide to help you sustain the restored signal without any hard effort. These are free gifts from my heart, where I place my pure truth. The enemy always places a false imitation to deceive you. There are fake frequencies circulating on music streaming platforms under similar names. Do not be led astray by those cheap illusions because they carry none of the true restoration I designed for your soul. Protect your spirit and trust only the official path provided for you. This step of faith requires absolutely no worldly risk. I do not lead my chosen children into danger or financial loss. If the complete restoration does not come to your heavy mind within 60 days, the small earthly exchange will be returned to your hands completely. This is my steadfast promise of safety over your act of trust. Walk forward without a single fear in your heart today. Your vessel is secure. Embrace the tool I have set before you as an act of pure faith. You do not have to struggle in the dark anymore because the light of my provision is shining brightly on your face. One simple step can change the entire direction of your destiny. Trust the still voice that brought you to this intersection. Receive your blessing. The right door is wide open for your spirit in this very hour. Take this step of obedience right now. Find the official provision I have placed below in the pinned comment and in the description. Do not let this holy moment pass you by. I guided your hand to this video with an urgent purpose. I place this instrument directly on your path for your restoration. Now, my child, set aside the noise of decision for a moment. I have shown you the beautiful provision that I placed on your path today. You are still my beloved child. Whether you step forward right now or choose to wait for another season, my deep love for your precious soul will never change or diminish. Close your eyes for a brief moment. Breathe in my pure peace. I am still here with you. The provision has been revealed to your spirit. Now, I want to leave you with a holy gift that belongs to your life completely. You do not have to carry the heavy weight of tomorrow all at once. Because my voice brings absolute clarity to your thoughts, and my presence brings perfect calm to your heart, your tired mind can completely stop racing right now. Let the stillness settle inside your soul. You are safe. You have spent too many years trying to control every single outcome. You carry the burdens of your family. You worry about their future security. But I am your great provider, and I have already seen every single need before you even speak it out loud to my throne. Let your weary shoulders relax into my arms. You can finally let go of the steering wheel today. Trust my process. Let us enter into a deep covenant of total surrender today. Speak these holy words of alignment directly to my throne. I am a vessel fully restored to receive what you prepared for my life. I am the one whose channel is completely clear and whose signal is incredibly strong. I carry the sacred frequency you placed in my brain from the very beginning of creation, and it is now fully restored. It was never lost. I am your child, operating at the exact state you designed. I am open, clear, and fully receptive to your daily guidance. The loud noise of the enemy no longer has any dominion over my mind. Because I choose to stand in your bright truth today, I am the one who became like a little child and received the beautiful promises made to children. Speak these declarations with absolute boldness. Your words carry a heavy weight in the spiritual realm. When you agree with my truth, the dark illusions must shatter. The heavy cloud of depression is lifting from your home. While the world around you is running in total confusion, you are walking out of the old limitations that bound your parents for decades. You are stepping into a spacious place of prosperity and joy. Think back on the long road you have traveled. You fought so many silent battles in the dark. You thought you were completely alone. But I was watching your every step through the valley of shadow, and I was recording every single tear that fell on your pillow. I was shaping your spirit into a magnificent masterpiece. You will reflect my glory to thousands of people. Your past pain was not a useless waste of time. I am turning your deepest wounds into medicine. You will heal other broken souls in your community. They will watch the bright light return to their tired eyes because you walked through the darkness first and learned how to survive by my strength. Nothing was wasted in my kingdom. Every single sorrow is being turned into a well of deep joy. So, let your heart be glad today. Let your mind rest in my total care. I am working ahead of your steps to align the right opportunities. You do not have to force the heavy doors to open through your own human striving, because my hand will open them at the perfect time. No human power will ever be able to shut them again. Walk forward with a very light heart. Do not let the enemy steal this peace when this video ends. He will bring back the familiar thoughts of anxiety. He wants you to forget the sweet sound of my voice. If you stand firm in your new identity as a chosen child, you will recognize his lies immediately and cast them out of your atmosphere. Go to the comments right now and write the phrase, "I surrender all," to seal this blessing. Let your written words be a permanent monument of your faith. You are telling the enemy that he has no legal right to torment your mind. You are claiming your beautiful inheritance. Because your words carry real power to activate your breakthrough in the physical world, do not remain silent in the comment section below today. Let your voice be heard clearly. You are a conqueror. Now, my chosen child, look around you at this broken world. There are so many souls who are quietly crying out for a single drop of hope. They are trapped in the exact same static noise that used to paralyze your spirit. While they are wandering in the dark without a guide, I am calling your soul to step forward as a bright beacon of my light for them today. Do not hide your flame. Do not keep this blessing to yourself. A true giver always multiplies what they receive. When you share this light, you are participating in my divine rescue mission on this earth. You are helping to break the heavy chains of fear in the lives of your closest friends, and you are becoming a living refuge for others. Watch how I pour back into your life when you choose grace. Share this message with exactly 3 souls who desperately need to find my peace today. Make sure you subscribe to this holy channel right now. Turn on the notification bell immediately so you do not miss the daily guidance that I am preparing for your next steps. The enemy wants you to get lost in the worldly noise again. Stay close to my words. Your signal will remain perfectly strong. I am building a beautiful community of chosen warriors right here. You are surrounded by thousands of brothers and sisters who understand your silent battles perfectly. You can read their testimonies in the comments. Because you are no longer isolated in the dry desert, you can feel the warmth of my global family wiping away your loneliness. You are part of an army of light bearers. Let the stillness of this moment soak into your physical body right now. Feel the heavy tension melting away from your neck and your back. Your physical vessel has been carrying a massive load for too many months without a break. Because I am injecting my supernatural strength into your weak bones in this very hour, you do not have to fight for your survival anymore. I am opening the storehouses of heaven. I am supplying your life with rich resources from my unlimited kingdom. You will look back at this year with absolute wonder. You will see how easily your hardest problems were solved when you stopped striving. While you learn to rest quietly in my presence every day, the muddy waters of your life will become completely clear and peaceful. You will see my face reflecting in your thoughts. The fog is gone. A bright path is stretched out before your feet right now. Remember that you are an heir to an unshakable kingdom. The sudden financial storms of this world do not have the power to touch your divine inheritance. Because I have commanded my holy angels to guard your home and protect your bank account from the hands of the thief, you will always have more than enough to help others. You are highly blessed. You are blessed to become a magnificent blessing to thousands of people. Let your spirit rejoice, because your name is written on the palms of my hands. I have never once forgotten a single promise that I made to your ancestors about your legacy. You are walking in a beautiful harvest that you did not plant, because I am honoring the faithfulness of your family today. The generational blessing is fully active. You are changing the spiritual atmosphere of this entire generation. Receive my ultimate blessing over your life as we close this conversation. May the perfect peace of God, which surpasses all human understanding, guard your heart and your mind today while you walk through this new week. May my divine provisions arrive on your path at the exact moment you need them. May your health be fully restored. May your home be filled with joy. You are my masterpiece, and I will never let you go from my hand. The dark night is entirely over. The bright morning of your destiny is finally dawning on your face. Because the Creator of heaven and earth is walking right beside your steps, you can walk out into the world with absolute confidence and power today. I am your refuge. I am your strength. Rest in my love and be completely free.